Well, we begin this midday with our weather impact team. It's the best day to soak up the sunlight and a good day because, Nathan, we have some severe weather on the way. Tell us more.
Good afternoon, Jurnee. Over the next several days, it's going to be quiet. It's going to be beautiful out there, including today. But I want you to pay special attention to Tuesday because here's the latest from the Storm Prediction Center now, and it has a significant chance of severe weather potentially for South Arkansas, where that orange area is. It's a 3 out of 5 chance. The rest of the state under 2 out of 5 chance. When they issue something like this, a 3 out of 5, 6 days away, that tells us that you have to start paying attention very closely. So you want to stay updated on this changing weather situation because this zone will change over the next several days, but all threats are on the table, and that does include the potential of tornadoes. Once again, that's for next Tuesday. Today, it's beautiful out there. Temperatures are into the 60s. The clouds have cleared out. We've got a wind coming in from the north-northwest about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures today will top out into the upper 60s, low 70s. Tomorrow, though, we're going to be even warmer. A hot more weekend forecast and the severe weather potential next week coming up.
Well, this top hour, we've learned the NAACP expressed dissatisfaction over the firing of several school district employees. Just yesterday, 7 high-ranked district workers were told they will be terminated within the North Little Rock School District. That's if NLR School Board approves the reorganization plan. All 7 at-risk employees happen to be Black women. A board meeting is scheduled for tonight where the master plan will be presented. In the meantime, branch president of the NAACP, Deborah Rose, issued a statement today. She calls the decision appalling. She says despite not knowing the full intent, the removal of the selected women appears, quote, thoughtless, and calls it another disrespectful gesture to the Black community during Black History Month, end quote. Well, federal workers are spending the day cleaning out their workspace. It comes as multiple agencies continue to be dismantled. The Trump administration has expressed more cuts are ahead. Natalie Brand is at the White House with more.
Supporters clapped as former USAID employees collected their belongings from the agency's now closed Washington headquarters. The moment brought some to tears.
I just wanted them to know that I appreciated the 20 years that we spent together protecting the American people from deadly pandemic diseases and ensuring that people throughout the world understood that America is great because America is good.
Staffers at the U.S. Agency for International Development are clearing out as the Trump administration slashes foreign aid. CBS News has confirmed a nearly 90% cut in foreign aid contracts, totaling nearly $60 billion. While the USAID has been a key target for President Trump's downsizing, the administration is giving all government agencies about 2 weeks to submit plans for reorganization and prepare for what it calls large-scale reduction in force or mass layoffs.
The new memo notes agencies should look at duplication and positions that are non-critical. Elon Musk, the Department of Government Efficiency's top advisor, hasn't put a number on coming layoffs.
We wish to keep everyone who is doing a job that is essential and doing that job well.
But unions say so far the firings have been reckless.
These are critical positions, and they're not just wasteful positions.
Among the thousands of newly hired workers laid off last week, dozens of IRS staffers in Ogden, Utah, home to one of the biggest IRS processing centers.
These are the people who process your tax returns. These are the people who get your refunds out to you.
The 6,700 cuts at the IRS are among the largest agency firings to date, just as tax season ramps up. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Little Rock Police has launched a new investigation. While you were asleep overnight, a man was found stabbed. Officers were tipped off just before 8:30 last night. After arriving to Stagecoach Road, they found a person with a stab wound. He was taken to the hospital and later died. We're working with police to find out new details, and we'll provide them once we know more. The investigation into sexual assault allegations of a North Little Rock dance instructor continues. Our team managed to speak with one of the parents of students who attended the dance studio in question. Our Maya Ellison has one mother's take on how long suspicions have been raised.
One post came up and it's been just bundles and bundles of allegations and stories coming out.
What started as a post in a community Facebook page is now an investigation into a North Little Rock dance instructor. Earlier this month, a minor told police they were sexually assaulted by Kenneth Womack. The 33-year-old was later arrested and charged with several counts of rape and assault.
I always thought it was a safe spot. I mean, I didn't think nothing else but that, you know.
Maisha Green's daughter is a dancer who competed in events with Womack's team. She called the allegations shocking, but says parents from several groups had their concerns.
We were not aware of it until he formed his dance team and he was about to have his first competition.
Green says those worries grew and eventually warned other parents.
Our dance team made sure that they informed the parents, like, you know, hey, this person, you know, you guys need to watch out, watch your kids' social media.
According to Green, she even took her concerns to schools where Womack recruited dancers, but says they were not acknowledged.
You're not listening to me. You're not hearing what I'm warning you and telling you.
Lakeith Hicks with Women and Children First says steps should have been taken as soon as an issue was raised.
It's not our job to question whether the story is real or not. Our job is to validate and believe them. Believe them.
The nonprofit works with victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. When it comes to avoiding dangerous situations, Hicks says education is key.
We can help you use the right words, even if that means maybe we need to be a part of that conversation.
In North Little Rock, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
New pieces of law continues to be unveiled at our state capitol, most recently being the governor's push to limit Chinese influence in Arkansas. It's called the Communist China Defense Package. It imposes a ban to any company linked to the Chinese government. Those companies would restrict where those companies can own, the bill would restrict where those companies can own property. The legislation is heavily supported by the Arkansas GOP.
The threat is real. And the enemy is here. They're targeting state governments, military bases, industrial sites, and every other facet of American society. And with President Trump back in the White House, I'm afraid they're only going to try to undermine our country more.
The governor emphasizes that once the proposal becomes law, designated companies must vacate prohibited properties. The busy legislative session has also introduced the Generating Arkansas Jobs Act of 2025. It's a 62-page bill, and lawmakers are adamant that it would reshape Arkansas's energy landscape. It aims to do so by modernizing infrastructure. Creating law took joint effort with power companies, and legislators argue that it's worth the investment.
There is no reality that rates will not increase to be able to pay for new energy. And so it is how do we want to do it? Do we want to do it the most economically efficient way that we can, which I believe is the path of this bill, or do we want to do it our old model, which will ultimately cost ratepayers more?
The debate will continue. However, the governor has expressed support for the bill. Well, hours from now, we'll know more on Mayor Frank Scott Jr.'s vision for the city of Little Rock, a capital city that is. Mayor Scott will present his annual State of the City address. Before that, he'll host the Involvement Fair. There, the community can see the new fire and trash trucks. It's also the chance to become educated on local programs. That starts at 5 at the Dr. Marion G. Lacey Academy, which you're seeing here on your screen. His address will begin at 6. Major preparations will begin for this weekend's Little Rock Marathon. You'll begin noticing changes heading eastbound on La Harpe Boulevard. That's between State Street and the State House Convention Center. Tomorrow, La Harpe will close completely. Stay up to date on the marathon by going to thv11.com.